What's going on? Captain Paul here on the water. So let's just talk about it. The Eastern Conference wildcards getting crazy. So I was able to watch most of the games. The game that I watched the most was the Pittsburgh versus Detroit, and Pittsburgh ended up winning in overtime. Erik Karlsson, the guy they brought in from San Jose, that big acquisition, coming in through. And listen, Pittsburgh is now in that second wildcard spot. It's still a huge race. I would say the biggest flop to me out of all the people that are left in this, honest to God contention in the Eastern Conference, the Washington Capitals losing to the Buffalo Sabres. And I know the Capitals have been kind of sliding downhill and it's been a continuous thing, so maybe it shouldn't be as surprising, but yeah, I'm not gonna say it's the final nail in the coffin, but it's almost there. It's just that's a tough one to lose. Philadelphia Flyers, I mean, yeah, they've been on a skid, but they rose to the occasion tonight. They beat the New York Rangers 4-1. The Eastern Conference wildcard is absolutely bonkers right now. There's so much good hockey. There's so much good things to see out here. Ultimately, it's going to come down to the wire, and that makes things really exciting. The unfortunate thing with Philly is that they have one less game remaining than compared to their competition, so they're going to have to win out if they're going to have any chance to make the playoffs, and hope that the other teams, like Pittsburgh, just keep, they go on a small little losing streak and to finish out the season. I have to say, this has been an extremely exciting wild card race. I mean, you have so many teams in it, and I have to, you have to kind of reiterate, like a team like Detroit, them losing against Pittsburgh, that hurts. Detroit's been one of these teams for the past 2 years I thought would have done far better than they have, but it just didn't pan out in that way. I think they're eventually going to get there. Pittsburgh, I mean, they traded Jake Getzel. They traded one of their best players, and they're still in contention and could go to the playoffs, which is insane. Extremely insane considering. But, you have, like, the Washington Capitals. Nobody expected them to be this good. Nobody expected them to be this in the race this late in the season. I mean, they have some good pieces, but, it's not a complete roster. And I would say the same thing for the Philadelphia Flyers. Nobody expected the Flyers to be this good. The teams that were expected to be solid, I would say, out of the remaining teams would have been Detroit and a Pittsburgh, and it just makes for such entertaining hockey to watch when you have those two teams facing off late in the season with playoff implications on the line. It was a really, really damn good game. If you haven't, I suggest you to watch it. This is a hell of a postseason run here. I love what's happening in the Eastern Conference. In the West, there's a little bit in the West, it's a little bit more. You kind of know who's going to be in and who's going to be out. There's some outside chance for a little bit of a change, but yeah, the East has been a lot of fun to watch, and it will be kind of interesting to see what these teams going forward next season. The ones that don't make the playoffs, like, do they look at the success and like maybe we should add a couple pieces, or do they look at the success as kind of a flash in the pan? That's going to be interesting. I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments section regarding that. But yeah, really good hockey. Appreciate you guys stopping by. See you in the next one.